is the Conservative MP for the Edmonton area riding of Sherwood Park, Fort Saskatchewan. He's also the party's Shadow Minister for Employment. Garnet, thanks. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. Great to be with you this morning.
Must be, it's been a while, right? I was just looking at the calendar, 23 days all year. You're sort of it's like game time, getting ready to get back on the ice.
Yeah, look, there are a lot of different things members of Parliament do, but the work we do in Parliament is the most critical part of it, because it's where the representation actually happens. And the Liberals have been keen to have Parliament sit as little as possible. And I'll just share one point on this. Parliamentary committees can work over the summer, even if Parliament's not sitting. We tried to have a summer study on unemployment, and the Liberals refused to even do that. I said, if Parliament's not going to sit, we should at least have committees working in the summer, and they blocked that. So it's good to actually be able to be getting back to work in Parliament, and hopefully making up for some of the lost time and shining some light on these big challenges facing the country.
Yeah, you certainly have some numbers to back you up these days. We've seen some pretty grim job numbers. Youth unemployment's a real issue. Yes. How are you going to hold the government to account on that stuff?
Yeah, so critical point you made there, 14.5% is youth unemployment. We have the lowest youth employment rate in almost 3 decades. It's a very grim situation for young people, and I think this is kind of downstream of a number of different Liberal policy failures that we're going to be highlighting and calling for change on. Number one is the economic failures, increasing red tape and challenges for small businesses. The government, despite the rhetoric, continues to get in the way of major projects that this country needs. They continue to support Bill C-69, production cap, other continuing policies of the Liberal government that have gotten in the way of development. So economic failures, also immigration failures. The immigration system that was working very well under the previous Conservative government now is totally out of alignment with our economic needs, and we've proposed some bold policy reforms in that area to fix the aspects of the immigration system that have been broken by the Liberals. I think there's also mismatches in terms of skills training and some other areas of policy failure where we haven't seen policies that support young people acquiring some of the skills that are still very much in demand in our labor market. So we're going to be highlighting all of these issues and push the Liberals to reverse some of the policies that they had previously put in place that are getting in the way of jobs and opportunity for young people.
One of the things that really stood out, obviously, was Pierre Poilievre's comment about the temporary foreign worker program, essentially wanting to get rid of it, which is a big ask. What's your feelings on that?
Yeah, I think it's critically important, and having spent a lot of the summer talking to employers and to young people, I know that some of these changes will be something that not all employers support, but the reality is we just can't go on like this. We can't go on in the way that we have, which is having, on the one hand, large-scale youth unemployment at recession levels, and on the other hand, large numbers of people coming in to take low-wage jobs, entry-level jobs that young people could well work in. And I'm hearing from employers now saying, in reality, for entry-level positions, they're overwhelmed by the volume of applications. So there's no excuse for employers to say in entry-level positions that they need temporary foreign workers, and yet it continues to happen. So this program has become so rotten under the Liberals, and look, I think this proposal, it's bold, but we have Canadians behind us. I think this is very much something Canadians want, in particular Canadian young people need, in order to be able to have those entry-level jobs, because it's not just about that entry-level job for them, it's about getting on that ladder and learning critical skills. For so many of us, our first job is our most important job. It's how we get our start. It's how we learn those job-ready skills, which will help us to develop into a career, and youth are missing these critical milestone opportunities.
Yeah, I'm for reforming it. I think there is some abuse out there. I wonder whether scrapping it's such a good idea. What was your first job, Garnet? I worked at a video store. That was my first, which of course don't exist anymore. I was asking last week on the show, would you get your first job today? And the answer for me was clearly no.
Yeah. So look, technological change is a part of the dynamics too that youth are confronting. So my first job, Well, okay. So when I was very young, my grandfather would hire me to do some cleaning for him, and
Right.
you know, it was the kind of thing where he probably didn't need me to do that work, but he understood the value of me spending a day cleaning and having a little bit extra money at the end of this. But later, I took a job as a carnival worker, so I would travel around at the fairs, and this was, you know, it was tough, right? Like late nights,
Yeah.
unfamiliar places. But I needed the money to pay for university, and I learned so much
Good prep
through
for
those
politics, too.
experiences.
Good
Yeah,
prep for politics. Cold
that's
calling
right.
people, right? Cold calling people. Tell me a bit about
Yeah.
the budget, Garnet. I mean, I think we're going to see the rubber
Yeah.
hit the road this term is when the budget comes out, and of course, you know, they're going to need support from somebody, and it might be you. I don't know, but what's your feeling? So, what will you be looking out for in terms of that? Because I think we're going to see some big deficit numbers.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the Carney government has twisted itself into pretzels by saying a lot of contradictory things, right? So on major project development, they're saying, okay, how can we get this done faster? And we're saying, like, okay, we'll tell you how you can get it done faster. Get out of the way. Repeal Bill C-69 and the production cap. Like it's like somebody standing in the middle of the road saying, how can we get traffic to move faster? We'll get out of the middle of the road, right? And on the budget, we see the same kind of contradictory rhetoric. So like on the Mark Carney says, spend less, invest more, right? Well, so what he's going to try to do is reclassify how he describes their spending to try to explain away the massive deficits that they continue to run. So we'll and as you know, we said that there should have been a spring budget. There was no excuse for putting this off. So when the budget comes, we'll be holding the government to account on that, you know, I think you'll see a lot of that kind of contradictory thinking.
Right, Garnet. I'll let you get to your leader's speech. Thanks so much.
Thank you for having me.